Hi guys, and welcome to the second part of the Skrillex snare drum tutorial, and this is the snare drum what we are going to create. This is a fully synthesized snare drum. It contains only synthesizers, no other recorded stuffs. The synthesizer itself sounds this. And the snare drum is from fm8. So if you haven't seen the first part, please follow the link, because in the first part we created the bottom of the snare, which sounds this. This is coming from Virus and this is from fm8. The method was almost the same, but in this part, in the second part of the snare drum tutorial, we are going to create the transient part of the snare drum, which sounds this. Which is kind of which is kind of percussion sound. And this, of course, created in fm8 too, but I resampled them to use different effects on the audio version of the snare drum. The transient sound, and the fm8 version sounds this. The resampled version. So let me first give you a brief overview of the patch, and then let's jump into creating the patch. Okay, this was the brief overview, but now, without joking, let's create the patch itself. So I've created a new MIDI channel and dropped fm8 onto it. Click on Expert, and we are going to use operator E, so let's right click on it, operator F and operator X. So first create the routings. I'm letting out X with 100%. And I'm routing in E to X with 61% and F with 62%. And that's all. And first, let's create the E operator, which is not a sine wave, but a second formant wave with ratio 2. And the envelope is an important part of the patch because, percussion sounds are very small and tiny sounds, so let's set a very small decay of the operator E at about 0.1, just as well as operator F, set it to about 0.1, and set F to 4, the ratio to 4, and leave the sine wave as it is. Next, click on X, operator X, and on the noise tab, push up the cutoff, the resonance and the amplitude, as well as the saturator knobs. Pull up everything. And and again, set the envelope to about 0.1. It's a little tricky to set precisely, but it was cool. Maybe set it a little higher to about 0.14. And this was all. This was for operator X. And another important part of the patch is the pitch envelope. We have to create a small and very fast envelope for the pitch. So let's set the decay to about a moment please, 0.01. Yes, and pull up the envelope to 100. But yes, and I think that this was all. But on the operators, we need to set something else too. So click on operators and set the X noise amplitude to about, I don't know, 11 hours, and the noise resonance to about 1 hour. And this time our sound will sound this, which is kind of percussion sound, but we need to add some effects to it. Please click on Effects tab and enable overdrive. Pull up the knobs with but except sorry, the bass knob, and pull up a little the volume, and click on tube amp, pull up the volume to 100 and decrease the drive a little to about 40. It will be okay. So it sounds a lot different now. But we need to add some effects to the channel. We need to add an erosion. I don't know how to pronounce it, but set the amount to 200 and the frequency to 1.85. Yes, that will be cool. And I use an EQ2 to decrease the lower frequencies and increase the higher frequencies. This will be, I think, enough. And I'm increasing the higher frequencies as well. So okay, the sound will be cool. And right now we need to resample it. I am creating an audio channel and setting the input channel to 4 fm8 MIDI channel, and I'm recording its sound. Oh, sorry. Okay, this will be cool. And right now we need to add other effects on it. First, a filter, a high pass filter, set it to about 1000 Hertz and pull up, oh no, leave the resonance as it is. And I use also a frequency shifter, which is a very, very cool plugin. And I decrease the frequency to about minus 1.48 kilohertz. Yes, that was fine. And I also use an overdrive. Drop it onto your channel. Pull up the frequencies, and this will be cool. No need to use other settings. Now listen to our sound. And compare it with the original. Which sounds almost the same. Let's decrease its length. Let's see what I missed. Yes, I used another EQ in front of the chain. So let's add that EQ where I boosted up the higher frequencies. And maybe decrease again the length. okay, this time it's cool. So this was the method to create the transient part of the snare drum. And when we add it in front of the bottom part of the snare, you know, that little sine wave, it will sound like this altogether. Which is really cool, because with the top and with the tail, it will sound very heavy and very punchy. Okay, so this was the second part of the Skrillex snare drum tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. And next time we are going to create the tail or the top part of the snare drum, which is again a very important part of the snare drum, as you may know, because without the tail it's not very useful, but with the tail it sounds very cool. And of course, without the tail, the snare drum itself needs to have a little top sound, which will be basically a kind of hi-hat sound. But that's for next time. Thank you for watching my tutorial, and we'll see you next time, guys.